Hi, how you doing? Thanks so much for being here. I'm Instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we are going to be checking out a really cool expo they have out here in Colorado where I'm located. Might help I learn how to talk. A very cool expo out here in the Museum of Nature and Science. It kind of shows you the whole history of the guitar, how it started off a long time ago with the acoustic, and then it evolved into the electric guitar. It had a lot of really cool things out there. Shot some video, thought I'd show it to you. So let's check it out.
Audio Jungle.
Okay, so here we are at the Denver Museum of Natural Science, and we are going into this guitar exhibit. One of my students gave me some tickets for it. Go check it out. Let's see what this is all about. Look at that. Isn't that a cool guitar that looks right there on the wall? An instrument that rocked the world. Yep, absolutely. So here we are in the exhibit. We're checking out some of this cool stuff. Looks like this is from a long time ago here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's awesome. And let's see, we got this string instrument right here. That is really neat. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And that's from, that looks like it says it's from 3000 BC. Man, that's amazing. And then look at this. We got this over here. Look at that instrument. That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry. That's all right. There's a gentleman playing it there in a picture. Oh, look at this thing here. Isn't this cool? Look at that, man. That is awesome. And that is called an ud. It looks like it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 strings on it. Could you imagine? Can you imagine tuning that thing? Jeez. That looks pretty wild. And then let's see over here. Oh, look at that. My all-time favorite guitar player, Mr. Angus Young. Oh, let's see. What is they saying about him? And then we got all these guitars here. Isn't that cool? Here we have a lute. As you can see, the headstock is facing backwards. And if we look at it close enough, I don't know if you can really see that video too well, but it's got like 13 strings on it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. God, that's a lot of strings. Could you imagine what it would take to tune that thing? Let's see. Oh man, this is beautiful. We got another one here. Look at this. Look at this picture of this lady playing this thing. Jeez. Look at that. That's amazing. And then we got some of these 1700s. Man, those are something else, aren't they? Here's that instrument that we saw the picture of that lady playing. Look at that. Isn't that cool what it's called? It's called a, is that a sitar? Look at that. That thing's huge. Jeez, that thing's, what is it? I'm trying to see what the year is on this thing. It's 1700s. 1700s. Man, that's awesome. And then let's see, we've got over here, we've got this thing here. The mandolin, of course, that's an awesome instrument. 1700s to present. And then let's see, we got the banjo, of course, and that goes from, what was that, 1600s to present. 1600s the banjo's been around. That's just amazing. And then let's see here, we've got this thing, Balalaika. I'm not sure how to, B-A-L-A-L-A-I-K-A, Balalaika, maybe 1600s. Is that pretty amazing, huh? Okay, here we have our Gibson J200 that came out in 1937. That's a pretty cool acoustic guitar. And then we got the Rickenbacker. Oh, this is a really popular one. I've seen this in books. This is really cool. This is a Rickenbacker frying pan that came out in 1932. So Rickenbacker was kind of on the verge of doing the electric guitar, you know, before, even before Leo Fender had got it, and the Gibson Les Paul. Look at that, 1932. That is so cool. And then over here we've got the Spanish classical guitars from 1930 to present. That's really cool. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And then over here we've got a Martin. It's a Martin Dreadnought D28 from 1931. And that's just amazing. Look at that. It's got that Fender, that leather cover on it. That looks really, really cool. Let's see what else we got here. Look at this. Big Head Todd and the Monsters. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I heard of him. He comes from Colorado, and it said I can't read all this stuff, but it said he played Red Rocks like 32 times. How cool is that? And then here's a Gibson, it's a Gibson 1940 Gibson acoustic guitar. That's pretty cool. And then we got this here. Look at that. It's that Django Reinhardt. Isn't that? Look at that guy. He's tearing it up, isn't he? Look at that. Man, that guy's going off. Look at that. That's awesome. Jeez. And we got this down here. Muddy Waters. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. We got some strings there. Oh, that really cool artifacts. Look at that. This is Steve Ray Vaughan. Look at that. That's a guitar down here. Isn't that cool? Look at that. That is just something else. Tony Iommi, a Black Sabbath right there. That's really cool. Look at that. Rock Legends. Look at Reinhardt. Look at what he's doing there. Man, how does he do that? That's awesome. Look at that. I gotta learn how to do that. Look at the way he's playing that guitar, man. That's just amazing. Jeez. Jeez. Look at all this. Oh, then we got this over here. It's a Gretsch White Falcon, 1955. Oh, and then we got the Fender Precision Bass. It came out in 1951. I believe Leo Fender invented the bass. So to give a little bit more space, a little bit easier. And let's see, we got here, of course, the ultimate Gibson Les Paul, 1952. Look at that, man, that's something else. And then we've got this here. Of course, the Fender Stratocaster came out in 1954. 1954, that was kind of like that white one that Jimi Hendrix is known for playing. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? That is just beautiful. Look at that. Now we come to what's called the world's largest guitar. Check this out. Isn't this awesome? Look at this, man. This is something else. Look at that. Jeez, look how big this thing is. Look at that. It's got cables for guitar strings. Look at that. Isn't that something? Look at that. That's look at the magnets there for the pickups. These are actually cables. These guitar strings. Look at that. Those are cables. Man, that's something else. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Jeez. Look at how big that thing is. It's huge. Let's see if we could get a better view of it here. See, look at that. How big that thing is. Gosh. Look at these knobs. How big these knobs are. These look like cups. Look at that. And you can turn them. Isn't that cool? That's so neat. Look at that. All the way from there. You can just... Jeez. That is really something. That is very, very cool. Very cool. Alright, here is a Hondo guitar. This came out 1983 to 87. That looks kind of cool. And then, of course, we got the ultimate guitar right here, the Ibanez Gem. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? And that is the ultimate guitar right there. You know, this came out 1985 to present. And the only wrong thing that is with this guitar is it's not left-handed. They made this thing left-handed, I would buy it. Let's see, what do we have over here? Oh, look at this. The Roland controller synthesizer. This came out in 1984. Roland. That's really cool. And then we've got the Bond Electric Glide. That's kind of, and that came out in 1984. That's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. Oh, and look at this one over here. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Oh, look at that. You can see right through it. Let's see. Hold on. I'm looking at it from the back end. Look at the front. Isn't that cool? Look at that. It's all made out of, I think it's made out of glass. Let's see. An electric guitar, wood, wire, plastic, and metal. So this shows you how the hidden parts come together. Look at that. Isn't that neat? And that's what this shows you. It shows you how all that stuff is put together. Isn't that cool? Man, that is really, really neat. Look at that. That is cool. Here's something. Here's something we could take a look at. Check this out. Look at this. Is this crazy or what? The Rock Ock and 8-neck guitar. Look at this. Isn't this wild? Let's check this one. Oops, sorry about that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Man, that's something. That is really something. Look at that. That is just something else. Way cool. Way cool. Look at that. I'm going to take a picture. Here's the video of some guys playing that guitar that we just looked at. Look at that. Isn't that wild? I think that's that guitar. Yep, that's it. All these guys playing. Isn't that wild? It's really, really cool. Let's see, over here we got this, the audio tools. This came out in 2007. Let's see. Got this one here. Odd 3D printed guitar, 2012. That's an interesting guitar. And then let's see, we've got the video game controller. That's probably from what? From Rock Band. Of course, we should know that one. Oh, look at this one. This one's really cool. This guitar, look at that. Isn't that wild looking? That's really cool. All right, so there we have it. That's part one of the Guitar Expo. There's actually more. I shot a lot of video, and I didn't want to make it too long. So this is going to be part one of the expo. A lot of cool stuff in there. See some of those guitars, those stringed instruments from like 3000 BC. Gee, I didn't even know it went that far back. That was really cool. I had a lot of really neat things in there. If you like something you learn, leave me a comment below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, hit the bell for future notifications, all that good stuff. And be watching for part two, okay? Because I'm going to get that loaded up. That's got some really cool stuff in it as well, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, be sure to let me know. And watch out for part two, and I'll see you then.